In this video, I will cover some of the basic HTML elements you will use for marking up text. I'm going to start with the headings. So the heading elements allow you to specify that certain parts of your content are headings or subheadings of your content. Just in the same way that a book has a main title, a chapter, titles and subtitles, an HTML document can also have similar properties. HTML contains 6 heading levels, which are from H1 to H6. The H1 being the largest heading. Normally, the most common level used is usually 3 to 4. Most people don't tend to use 5 and 6. So just remember that H1 is the largest, H6 is the lowest. In previous videos, I created this HTML document here, which is rendered as this page. So here we've got a heading tag, which is the H1. You can see here I've used it on line 15. So if I wanted to, for example, add a couple more, I'm just going to copy this. I'm just being lazy here, and I paste that a couple of times. And you can see, so what I want to do here, I want to change this to H2. So you can see the different levels of heading tags that you can use. You can see here, this is a H2, which is smaller than the H1. And if I come here, type in H3 and change this to H3, and you can see this is smaller. So this is H1, H2, and H3, depending on how big you want your headings to be on your web page. We have also used the paragraph tag so far in this course. So I'm going to show you an example of using a paragraph tag to mark up or add paragraph to your web page. Inside our document here, you can see on line 18, I've used a paragraph tag to add a paragraph to the page, and you can see the content inside the paragraph says today is a new day, and that's today is a new day displayed. So you can use the paragraph tag to add as many paragraphs as you want and to any areas of your web page or document. Next, I want us to take a look at list. A lot of the web content is made up of lists, and HTML has special elements for these type of lists. Marking up a list or list always consists of 2 elements. The most common list types are ordered and unordered list. The ordered list is represented with the OL tag, and the unordered list is represented with the UL tag. The ordered list are for lists where the order of the items matters. For example, a recipe where you have to follow the recipe in a certain order. With unordered list, these are lists where the order of the items does not matter. For example, a shopping list, and this is usually wrapped up in a UL tag. So with unordered list, by default, when you create them, they appear as a bulleted list. So I'm going to create an unordered list inside this HTML document. So I've added an extra paragraph here on line 20, which is this text here. So I'm just going to create an unordered list. So to create an unordered list, you do the less than sign, you type in UL, which stands for unordered, and then the greater than sign. You can see it's automatically placed in the opening and the closing. I'm just going to press enter on the keyboard to separate that list. And inside that list, you also need the list tag to list the individual items for the unordered list. So inside there, you type in the li. Again, you do less than, and then you type in li to indicate it's a list item, and then a greater than, and inside, in between the list tag is where you list the item. So I'm going to type in kind, and just being lazy here, I'm just going to copy this and paste it a couple of times and just change the content in the list. I'm just going to indent that a little bit. So with the unordered list I've created here, you can see the output here. You can see inside the output is bulleted here. That's the default. When you create an unordered list, by default, when it creates the list, it will have them in a bulleted format, as you can see here on the web page. If I wanted to turn this into an ordered list, I'll just replace the UL with an OL. The list item stays the same. All I need to do is replace the UL with OL, and this with OL, and that will become numbered. So you can see I've replaced the U with the O to show that it's an ordered list, and you can see it has changed from bulleted to an ordered list. You can see it's 1, 2, 3. So that's the main difference. If you want something to be in a specific order, then you have to use the ordered list. If you don't care what order they're in, then use the unordered list. So I'm going to change this back to unordered list and just replace the U with the O. So that's basically how you mark up text. So this illustration here is just very basic level markup. It can get more complex than this, but if you can understand the basic concept, then as you progress to more advanced stuff, you'll be able to have a better understanding of how the whole stuff works. So that's it for this lecture on marking up text for a web page or website. Links are very important. They are what makes the web a web. The web is basically comprised of a collection of links. So links are found in nearly all web pages. They allow users to click their way from page to page, and also enables them to access resources on the web. A link does not have to be a text. It can be an image or any other HTML element. To create or add a link, you need to use a simple element, which is referred to as the anchor tag, which is abbreviated to A, and you also need a special attribute called the href attribute. The href attribute is used to specify the destination address. So when the link is clicked on, you want it to take the visitor somewhere else. So you use the h attribute to specify the destination address. So let's create a very simple link. I'm going to create a link that will take me to Google. So to create a link, you start with the less than sign, you type in A, which is the anchor, and in between the anchor you type in the text. I'll just type in Google, and that's the closing tag. So you can see here there's no link at the moment. For this text here to be linkable, you need to include the href attribute inside the opening anchor tag. So now that I've added this href attribute inside the opening anchor element, you can see here now that it's turned into a link. You can always tell it's a link because of the hand symbol. It turns into a hand. So if I click on this now, it will watch out for this address. It will change to Google. If I click on that now, it takes me to Google. You can see it's taking me to the Google homepage. So I'm just going to click to go back. So that's basically how to create a link in a nutshell. So if you want to turn an entire paragraph into a link, all you need to do is insert the anchor tag, for example, at the beginning of the paragraph and one at the end. You can nest it inside another element, and that would turn the entire content into a paragraph. When you create links, you can wrap an entire paragraph into a link. You can make it linkable, like I've done here on line 34. I've just added this paragraph here, and you can see here I've made the entire content of the paragraph into a link. So if I click on this link now, it will take me to this website here. So this website here is the value for the href attribute. You can see I've embedded the anchor element inside the paragraph tag. So I've nested it. So you can nest elements within elements. So I've nested the anchor tag here. You can see after the paragraph tag, that's the beginning where the link will start. And you can see the closing anchor tag here. And also we've got the closing paragraph. Hence is the entire content of the paragraph is turned into a link. So you can turn any text into a link depending on where you place the anchor tag, the opening element, and the closing anchor element. So if I click on this now, it will take me to this website here. So let me click on that, and you can see here it's taking me to this website. So that's basically how you create a link. So if you only want certain part, for example, if I only wanted this part here that says gratitude, if I want to turn that, just that text into a link, all I need to do is relocate the anchor and the href attribute. I just relocate all this and place that at the beginning of this here, and also in the anchor element there, and that will make only this text into a clickable link. So in my paragraph here, I have relocated the anchor tag and also the href attribute from the entire content. So I've wrapped it around just this text here called gratitude. So you can see this is the beginning and this is where it ends. So hence you can see for the content for this paragraph, you can see the only thing that's linkable here is this text called gratitude. So if I click on that now, it will take me to this website, which is the value or the address for the link. Another thing I want to highlight with links is that links have different colors based on whether the link has been visited or not been visited. By default, when you create a link on your web page, and if that link has not been visited, it is highlighted in blue. As you can see here on line 17, I've added two elements here. I've added an H2 element and I've nested an anchor tag inside that element. You can see this link here because I have not visited it. By default, it is blue. Any link that has been visited becomes purple. You can see here this link here is purple because I've already visited that link, and the Google link also is purple because it has been visited. So that's basically how you create links. So you can create links in any area of your web page or HTML document. So I'm just going to get rid of this one here. I don't need this link here on line 17. I'll get rid of that. And I also want to get rid of the Google link. I just wanted to show you an illustration of how to create the link. So that's it now. I'm just going to save my document. So this is, I'll refresh the page. So this is basically how I want the document to look like. So I've only got a link here, which is this particular text. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.